Hello there. This is Cece Schatz, and I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. You are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and we are the single talk station for the like all around, really nationwide. And so I'm sorry I was running a little bit behind schedule, so I'm going a little bit crazy trying to get myself caught up. But those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Cece Schatz. I'm the douanier of relationship building. I really kind of help you through some of the tough times in your life. I take you through divorce and through the transition of dating, and then finally on to dating. And the thing is, what we want to try to do is really make you understand that living your life is really what you need to do. So no matter where you are, whatever space of time you're in, we want you to be able to enjoy it, embrace it, and be able to move from it, because we are all evolving, aren't we? And so that's what our show is about tonight. It's really being authentically your best self. And so, when we're coming from a relationship loss, it sometimes is very difficult because we just don't know what's going to happen to us, where we are, what we're doing, or anything like that. And so it's very, very difficult for us to say, what is our future going to be, and how can I be my best, through it all. It seems like, and I do apologize, but it seems like the camera, and I'm going to try to fix this because it seems like for some reason it's very blurry. And I do apologize for doing this ahead of time because I was running so late getting here. But is that better? Is that a little bit better maybe? So I do apologize if it's blurry, because I think what's happened is I might have hit it as I was trying to prepare for the show tonight. But let's talk about that, because again, just like tonight, things don't always happen the way we want them to be, right? Life isn't always as easy as we want it to be. And so sometimes we have to kind of take a breath and think about it, and think about what we want to do to be able to move forward in our lives. What is truly important to us? And I think that's the key here. So I've come up with some things that I wanted to share with you, some tips to be able to move forward in your life. And I think that that might help you. So when we're talking about our best self, our best life, and what I really truly believe is that we have to be authentic, which means that we have to be true to ourselves, not what someone else thinks that we should be, or what their thoughts are, or what maybe even what we think other people want us to be. It's what we truly want for ourselves. And so when we're going from such a transition state, and I think we're all in transition, and I will share with you that my life for the last few years has been nothing but a transition. Some of it has been glorious, and other times it's been darn right scary and very painful at times. So it's not always easy for us to be able to do these things. But here's the key, is one of the things is to know what you want. And so you say to yourself, Cece, how on earth could I possibly know what I want? Because I don't even know, where I am, what I'm doing, that kind of thing. And the thing is that in order for us to really know what we want, we have to stop and take a breath, don't we? We have to think about what we could possibly want out of our lives. What is happening to us? Are we just evolving? Are we just going to work, putting the time in, making it happen? Or are we building a dream for ourselves? Are we saying to ourselves, this is going to take me to the next plateau in my life? Is this what I want to be? And so again, if we're trying to live our best life, if we're trying to be authentic and be who we truly are, we have to really do some soul searching as to what it is we truly want, right? What we truly want in our lives. And so I think that's very, very important. The next is engage in your intentions. So here's the deal. You kind of figure out what you want, and then you don't really know, how to get it, where to go, what to do. And so then we have to start putting a plan out, don't we? And so there's a lot of elements with regards to putting a plan out. We can get with our friends and family. Surely they'll help us try to sort in our minds what we need to do. We can start doing research to figure out what it is that we want to do. Like, for instance, me doing this show tonight, I did research about it, right? I thought about what, for myself, authentically, what is important to me, what I wanted to achieve with it. And then I had to do some research about it to see, to be able to share with you what some really valuable points would be. And not to mention, it helps me too. So everything that I do, it helps all of us. It's a win situation. And it's like paying it forward, right? You help someone else along the way, what you're trying to do. And so all of you that connect with me, that's what you all do, is you pay it forward and you help me embrace my life as I'm hoping I'm helping you embrace yours. So here it is. We've got to put our plan together. So the best way to do that is let's start putting it down on paper, because I think paper makes it concrete. It makes it real. And what I would suggest is get yourself a little book, like get something like this. I have this type of thing. I write everything in. Okay, a little notebook. The reason I do this is because I want it concrete. I want to know that it's here. I want to be able to go back and look at it. And how I feel today is not how I'm going to feel tomorrow. And I know we've talked about this on a couple other shows, and I know I might be covering some of the same information, but sometimes you have to hear it again and maybe hear it differently to be able to understand and get it for yourself. But for what I do is I write my stuff down, and it could be just really anything. A dream, like, shoot, someday I'd like to be able to be strong enough to be able to go on a cruise by myself. Now we're hearing some of these horrible things are happening to women by themselves. So I don't know if I will have the courage to do that, but I'd like to be able to go and feel secure enough within myself to take a vacation by myself. So that's something that's kind of a dream for me to be able to do. So my suggestion is start dreaming, start putting into play what it is that maybe you would like to do, and some things that are important. So start jotting things down, and then your plan will start coming into fruition. It will start coming into play for you, and you'll be able to understand a little bit more about what your mind's mind is that you want to do. The other thing is practice your passion. Take action in what you do. So when let's say, for instance, you decided you want to maybe change your career, take action in that. How can you take action if you're already doing something you don't want to alarm your employer or whatever? So you want to do research on it. What you want to do is talk to other people that are doing that type of work. You want to look at the education, see if it's something that you might want to do. Maybe you could do something on the weekends, or when you're not working, you could give your time to it and see if it really is truly a passion for you. Sometimes when you step into those shoes for a little bit, you can determine, is this really what I want to do? For instance, again, an example would be for me doing the radio stuff. Never in a million years did I ever dream I would be doing things like this. But the more I got into it, the more my passion started going and going. And I kept thinking more things that we could be doing, how we could embrace other people, bringing them on the station, how we can now move into TV. We could even, can you imagine maybe doing some seminars and webinars? And my mind just starts going, as, Christopher tells me, and my mind is like a blender. But I have passion. I'm driven. I have goals. I achieve things, and I am living my authentic self. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to live your authentic self. So you want to practice your passion. You want to really be able to, kind of get into the muckety muck of things. You want to be able to raise your energy, turn your heat up. And I think that was very important. When I read that, I thought, turn your heat up. What are they talking about? But you want to raise your passion, because haven't you ever done anything in your life where you started doing it and then you said to yourself, wow, I really like this, so I want to do more of it. I want to keep doing it. I want to, and the more you give it, the more energy you give it, you fuel that fire, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger for you. So again, to be authentic to yourself, to be true to yourself, you want to be able to start moving forward with that, and you want to be able to embrace that. So the more you do it, the more you'll be comfortable with it, the more passion you will be able to have with it. And I think that's pretty awesome, don't you think? To be able to think about doing something that you truly, truly want to do. And I've said this a million times, gather positive people around you. Do not, if you want to move forward in your life, sure, there are people that are going to express some negative things to you, but you want to keep yourself in a positive form. When I express something that's negative to me, I'm actually looking for someone to uplift me, to get me through that moment so I can keep on going further. That's the same thing I would say to you. If you feel like you are having a downer, a Debbie Downer, we call them, or whatever, and apologize, Debbie, using your name. But if we're having that kind of situation, we need to have a go-to person. You know, someone that we can go to, that knows us well enough to know that we're not going to be in the trenches for very long, but they need to kick us in the butt and get us back up again. You know, today I had a tough day trying to get everything done and doing everything and meeting everyone else's expectation. And I stopped for myself and I thought, shoot, am I living my best life? Am I being authentic to myself? And the answer was no. You know, I was not happy in the situation that I was in. So I had to start setting my boundaries. I had to start saying, no, I'm not doing this late. I'm not doing that. Not to be disrespectful, but because I have to live my own life and I have to be able to be happy with whom I am. And so I think, again, we have to set boundaries for ourselves. So we need to shelter ourselves. We need to have positive people and uplifting people in our lives that are going to pump us up and make us move forward and make us go in the direction that, gosh darn it, we want to go in. Not what someone else has planned for us, but what we have planned for us, our desires, our goals, and our dreams that we want to do. And I want to thank you for joining us tonight. If you are listening, please go to our Facebook page, WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. That is our live streaming radio that's on 24/7. Please go to that Facebook page and like it. Put something on there, you know, some sort of message, and let me know that you are listening and maybe what you like and even what you dislike, because we certainly want to tailor our shows to you, because that's why we do them. The other thing, I'd like for you to go to my Facebook page, which is Cece Schatz. I would love for you to join me and be with me with everything that I do. I have several other pages throughout. I really try to connect with singles. So I would love for you to embrace that and join me as we continue to move forward in living our best life. And so that's what's exciting. But I love it that you all join. And I know a lot of people listen to this show after I broadcast, and I love you for doing that. So if you can't make it when we're doing a live broadcast, if you can listen anytime, I love you for it, and I want to thank you for your support, because it is because of you guys that I'm here doing this. And so it's just truly a blessing to be able to do it. So I thought this was kind of interesting when I read this. Get rid of what is unnecessary. Organize yourself for success. And I thought, wow, is that deep or what? Get rid of what is unnecessary. So that can be many things. It could be stuff in your closet. I read the other day that if you're overweight and you want to lose weight and you've got a lot of, you know, those thin clothes in your closet, get rid of them. Because what happens is when you get rid of them, and let's face it, we're going to want to buy new clothes anyhow when we're in shape and we are feeling good about ourselves and we want to get out there and all that kind of stuff. So donate them to someone else so they can enjoy them. And open that door, you know, open that window and let that fresh air in and say, you know what, I'm okay with being where I am and who I am today, but I want to be able to, you know, lose weight. So now I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get rid of this stuff like that skeleton in your closet. You're going to get rid of it and you're going to move forward in your life. So that can be, we can do that to a lot of areas in our life. You know, it could be people that's holding you back. You know, that happens sometimes, and they don't necessarily mean to do it. But sometimes you have to get rid of them in your lives, but you have to step aside. And I've had to do that. I mean, just recently, you know, I'm not seeing someone that I care about tremendously because I felt like they were a big block for me. They didn't encourage me with what I was doing. They didn't support me. And so that's not who I am. And so if I'm going to love you and support you, you're going to love me and support me. If not, I'm going to step sideways, you know. And so I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to be strong and step into the life you want to live. And I think that's very, very vital, very, very important. The next thing was organize yourself for success. My goodness, organization, you know, that's always I mean, have you ever, like, I was riding today, I will tell you, I was in my car today and I said to myself, if I don't do anything else this weekend, I am going to clean my car. Not that it's messy or stuff all in it or anything like that, but the windows are dirty and, the outside is dirty. And I'm thinking to myself, how nice, when I was driving down the road, I was thinking how nice I would feel with a nice, shiny, clean, sparkly car, and I'm thinking, I want to do this. I want to make this will make me feel better. So I think that goes along with organization. I mean, if your home is cluttered, if your mind is cluttered, you need to start peeling that away, peeling it aside, clean out your closet, clean out, clean off the surfaces that that you're living, clean your mind out. That little voice in our heads, oh, it does terrible damage to us. So you want to be able to reorganize your life and get that together. Set no time limits. I thought that was really cool because so often we set this, we think, okay, we're climbing this mountain, right? We're climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. We're never going to get to the top of it because we've actually set our expectations. And I don't think we've ever set our expectations too high. I don't want to say that we've set our expectations too high, but what we've done is we set our goals too high. Because we think, okay, we've got to achieve this or we're not going to be successful. Well, you know what? Part of success is the journey in which we travel. So what we want to do is set our goals smaller, And so every time we achieve that goal, we think, yeah, we did it. We can move on to the next one. And I'm not sure, as I'm talking to you, and I do apologize because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking on the camera thing. So I do apologize for that because I had it moved, and so I'm not used to looking in that direction. I just noticed I'm doing that. So the thing is that we want to set these goals where we can actually achieve them. Not that they make them super easy or anything like that, but we don't want to put a necessarily unrealistic time period on what we need to achieve. And I do apologize because every time I do something, then somebody starts texting me or calling me. And so I'm going to turn this down, which I should have done, but I was late running here. So, but anyhow, so the thing is we want to be able to embrace our life. We want to be able to be authentic and live our best life. And so the more we can create a path for ourselves, the more we can understand our path, it becomes easier for us. So I think that is a very vital thing, is to not set these kind of limits that what they end up doing is putting a noose around it. They limit us to be able to move forward. Believe in yourself, believe in your vision. Whoa, check that one out. Believe in yourself and believe in your vision. When I first started saying that I wanted to connect singles, people laughed at me. When I said I wanted to create a show at first I started with My Friends Connect, because I thought, okay, that was great. And people said, oh, nobody's going to understand what that is. Oh, how can you not understand My Friends Connecting? I mean, I couldn't understand that. Then I started doing the Going Solo show and everything. And then I started thinking, you know what? I think I want to embrace the Going Solo, because what the biggest challenge for me was to be okay with being single. Not that I want to be there forever. I mean, I would love to meet someone that would love me equally as much and be, authentic to me and want the best for me as I equally want for him. But the thing is, in the meantime, I got to be okay with who I am and where I am. And I have to be able to raise my vibration up so that I can meet the quality person in which I want to meet. And so here's the thing is you have to believe in your passion. So whatever it is that you've decided you want to do, I want to build a huge singles network. I want to build something where all singles can connect and be comfortable with. They can live and know that they've got a supportive person that's there for them, that they're never alone. That's what I really want to do. And I want to do it in a very positive, uplifting way. I want to create it where we have these wonderful individuals that can connect with you and help you, and we can embrace each other and just live a really great life. That's my passion. What's yours? What is your passion? If you don't have one, you need to be getting one. If you're out there married, get yourself a passion. You know, we want to live our authentic life. It's, you know, so often, you know, and I hear, and we had a wonderful guest on the other show, and I so appreciate people that come on. But something I noticed that he was saying was that he was so into, hey, Evie, it's nice to see you. He was so into the connection with his wife. And even though I believe in that, I believe when you have a partnership, you do have to have that connection. But I think you also have to be authentic to yourself. You have to be real to yourself. And to be a good partner to someone doesn't mean that you have to lose everything in life. Doesn't mean you have to lose your passion for whatever it is that you like to do. If you want to skydive and you love doing it, doggone it, go do it. Put a plan together. Save money up. You know, if you want to learn how to fly a plane, do what it is that you really want to do. I love dancing. I have a girlfriend. She loves dancing. We're starting to take dancing lessons together. We're having a really fun time with it, and, you know, picking out shoes and outfits and all that kind of fun and stuff. I go hang with my girlfriend sometime on the weekends, and we go and enjoy bands because we have a passion for music. We love that. And so we have a great time. We cut up. We have a lot of fun. So find out what your passion is. It can be anything. You know, Evie's on the line here, and I know she's probably one of the most creative people I know. She makes all kinds of stuff, and she puts it on Facebook, and we get to enjoy her being so creative. I mean, I'm not that creative, but I love and live through her, and it's great. And then she makes all these wonderful meals, and I'm thinking, where's my invitation? So I'm just kidding. So the thing is, you got to find out what your passion is in order for you to be able to live your passion, right? So that's the big thing. And believe in your vision, believe in it, and it will definitely happen for you. The other thing is treasure yourself along the way. Love yourself. If you're wondering why no one loves you, do you? Start with you. You know, love who you are. Look in the mirror and say, okay, I might have these wrinkles, but damn it, I deserve them. I deserve these wrinkles that I have, you know, and I'm going to love them until, you know, I save up enough money to get rid of them. So the thing is, that isn't going to change who I am. I mean, the thing is, I love who I am. Don't you love who you are? You know, I sit and I think about the kind of person that I have developed over the years, who I have become. And I'm okay with it. Sure, I would have liked to change a few things that might have happened. Could I have reacted differently? Could I have looked at something differently? Yeah. But, you know, I'm a good person. You're a good person. So you figure out what it is. And if you don't like something about yourself, change it. Do something about it. Take action. But love who you are, you know. And I think that will move mountains for you. Most certainly. That will definitely move mountains for you. Then the next thing is, I think we've gotten through them all. Can you believe that? We've gotten through all my 10 tips. So I can't believe that. But here we are, being authentic. We're saying to ourselves, what the heck does that mean? And what it means is that you really only have one life to live. You only have yourself to really be accountable for. You know, the little voice that you have in your head, that's the one that sometimes you need to shut off, and you need to pay attention to the one that's in the heart. You want to be able to move forward in your life, and so you say to yourself, how can I do that? Sometimes I feel stuck. So all of these things that we've talked about tonight, if you can put them in place for yourself, I think it would definitely help you. So let's go over again what they are, just so you know that because I know we kind of moved through them kind of quickly, because I always worry sometimes I'm going to run out of time. But the first one is know what you want. Again, you got to know what you want in order to achieve something. The second thing is engage with your intention. Engage in it. You know, start role acting, play in it. Try to become and step into the person you want to do. Practice your passion. Take advantage of the action that you want to be able to put in place. Raise your energy and turn up the heat. Doggone it. If you can't do it, no one can. So raise that energy and make sure that it's a positive, and you surround yourself with positive people. I think that's so important. Get rid of what is unnecessary. I have many friends that have cleaned out their house. They've gone down to a minimal type of environment. So get rid of what's making you feel stuck in your life. You want to do that. Organize yourself for success. No person is going to be successful unless you have a plan in place that you're going to be able to achieve that. And set no limits on yourself at all whatsoever. Say to yourself, I'm going to make this happen, and however long it takes, I'm going to make it. It's going to happen for me. And sometimes if you feel like you're a little bit down in the dumps, get a friend that's going to, pump you back up and make you feel like, okay, this is going to happen for you. Believe in yourself and believe in your vision. Remember, we talked about that. That is so important. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself first. And sometimes that's taken a kind of a leap, isn't it? To believe in yourself. I think that's really something that you need to do. And the last thing is treasure yourself. Treasure who you are. You are the biggest gift you can give someone. Your heart, your soul, your mind, and your company. So think about it. When you're out there dating, to be able to spend time with somebody else, that's a gift you're giving them. And it's a gift you're receiving back because they're spending time with you. So you want to be able to share and embrace and be able to move forward. You want joy in your life. You want to find joy, your passion. You want to be able to just move forward into the direction that you want to do. And so you want to put that plan together. You want to start making that happen for yourself. You can't go forward if you're looking in the rearview mirror. So many people have told me that. And you can't do it with a whole car full of luggage. You can't carry all that luggage and that baggage with you. And so sometimes you have to release those things. And even as painful as they are, sometimes you have to step aside people. If they're not in your camp, if they're not able to do that with you, say, I love you where you're at, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. And you want to be able to achieve your goals. So you want to set your goals and put them in place and make them small so that you can be able to do that. Sometimes when we're coming out of relationship loss, we think the world is going to end. But guess what? It's just actually beginning, because you're one step closer to maybe where you're really supposed to be. Can you imagine if you didn't get to where you are today? How can you be where you're going to be tomorrow? And so often we say to ourselves, we want everything and we want it now. Life isn't like that. And so sometimes we have to learn. We have to be able to experience our journey. And so we want to be able to do that. It's so vital to us to be able to do that. And so sometimes you have to sit back and say to yourself, what am I supposed to learn here? Why am I here? And sometimes it's because we've chosen to be here longer. We haven't put these plans in place. Some of the steps that we talked about tonight, we haven't done this for ourselves. And maybe we just need to be here a little bit longer, but maybe we don't. And so now it's your time to be able to just open up the windows, throw open the doors, and live your life to being the best that you want it to be, your authentic life. So that's all I have tonight. I want to thank you so much for being on the show with me, and thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Please, if you have any comments, I want you to share them with us. This is Going Solo with Cece, and we're probably going to be having a guest next week, so I hope that you will join us back here again. We do the same time, do a Facebook Live show, and it's kind of fun and experience. I'm going to do, and I want to share with you guys, I'm going to do something totally different. I'm going to start a new show, and it's going to be a very late night show, and it's going to be based on, I'm hoping I can get all of the, again, see, this is stepping out of my box, doing something totally different. And I love Chuck Bryant. He helps me so much do stuff. He's just such a joy in my life. But I'm going to try to do a new software and where it's going to bring in some music. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about issues and things that people have shared with me. We're going to talk about those issues, and then we're going to play some songs with regards to it. I'm a country girl, so I tend to play a lot of country songs. But if you have something you would like to share and maybe share the song with me, we'll talk about it. And we can actually, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it on WGSN. I'm going to try doing it on my regular. I hate to do that on the my regular Facebook page because it's harder for me to be able to get it out and share it with you all. So I think maybe the first time or two, I'm going to do it on that, and then I might bring it back to the radio station page. But I want to be able to embrace it because I think it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be something totally different. It's going to be kind of like it's a talk show where you have questions answered and then music playing. It's what's her name? I forget now, the lady that does it in the evening. So it's kind of like hers, her show. And so it's going to be, I keep wanting to say Godiva, but it's not Ladies. What's her name? You guys probably know. Do you know, Evie, what her name is? The lady at night that does the late night show on the radio, and then she talks real soft like that and everything. But anyhow, we're going to be Delilah. That's it, Delilah. So I mean, it's going to be kind of like Delilah's show, but it's going to be with a twist because we do focus on singles. So we're going to be with a twist on that. So a lot of people have shared some information with me. So we're going to be able to do that, and then we're going to bring some songs in it so we can jive a little bit, dance a little bit with it. So it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be kind of something totally different and shake it up. So it's going to be on late at night, so it doesn't bother anyone. So if you've had a few drinks, you can come on and join me with it. But it'll be on during the week, so we can keep our weekends free. So anyhow, we've got a lot of really cool things happening. We're going to be launching the dating site here soon, Date the Right One. I don't think you can join it yet because we're still tweaking it, but that's going to be up. It will be up, hopefully. I wanted it up before the holidays, but we're going to do the best we can. The thing is this site is so unique and it's so different that it's taken us longer to be able to bring it together. But we've got some great people on it, so I'm really excited of where that's going to be going. And then after that, we're going to be branching out. We're going to have a national site for the divorce support. I'm really excited about that. That's going to be the next thing on our plate, and I'm hoping that will be up soon. So that should be up pretty quickly after the other site's up. So we got a lot of stuff happening to connect singles, and I'm excited about it. And I'm hoping into the new year, we're going to start doing some traveling and some group things. We're going to start getting out and doing some things. I do some dances with Sonia, and I love her. She goes out. I've never met anybody in my life with so much energy. And so we go out and we do celebrate birthdays, and we do dancing, and we support our bands in our community. So we want to be able to follow some of those. We've got some great entertainers, so we want to be able to do that. I'm hoping to bring a show where we can actually interview them and they can tell us what they're doing and kind of pump that up a little bit. There's a lot of things I got on my plate that I want to do, but I don't know the time frame because I sometimes, I take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or maybe 1 step forward and 2 back. But that's okay because I've got a passion and I have a life and I'm living it the best I can. And I'd like for you to join me with that for sure. So I love you. Going to close for now, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. You are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and this is Cece Schatz with Going Solo with Cece. Talk to you later. Bye for now.